Hi, I'm Dave Mattson, CEO of Sandler Training. You know, I didn't start as a CEO. I actually started as a client in 1986. I was a young sales rep that just kind of bumped into sales. I didn't go to college to be in sales. I was introverted. My parents were teachers. No one came out of a sales background in my family. And I thought you actually had to be born a salesperson. I didn't realize that you could be made. And as I sat in that Sandler program for the very first time, all that resistance kind of melted away because I realized it was a psychological model applied to sales. I realized that I didn't have to learn a lot of scripts and become somebody that I wasn't, and that I could be that person that I always wanted to be, but it was up to me because salespeople were made. I just had to put the time and energy into this thing called the Sandler selling system. Well, let's fast forward. I went to work for a franchisee, and that changed my life even more because I had come from that first job. I ended up being the #1 salesperson in that company. Now I'm working for a Sandler franchisee, and the personal development was just unbelievable. But I also had the ability and the privilege to meet Dave Sandler. And as quickly as I could, I moved down to Baltimore to be with Dave Sandler. And my first job was to train the trainers and then to help them grow and to make sure that they were successful. And so we attract different types of people. Some people are saying, hey, you know what? I don't want employees. I've come from that rat race. I don't want to babysit. I don't want to be responsible. I don't want that overhead. I just want to do my own thing. But on the flip side, we've got people who are saying, I want to scale. I want to build a business. I want to build something that I can sell. And so they want employees. But either way, I think most franchisees, they like to sell and train. And they're giving all the other stuff to somebody else to do, whether that's you're offloading it to a variable cost or you've hired somebody to do your marketing or your bookkeeping, etc. So those decisions are yours. But you have the impact. You have the ability to change people's lives in lots of different areas. It could be in sales, and whether it's inside sales or whether it's enterprise sales, the exact opposite, or sales management, or even the business owner, which is really where you're going to spend a lot of time helping them shape their thinking and their business. Our mission is to provide world-class content, tools, and consulting to any business person who is customer-facing that generates revenue. That's what we do. Now, you have the ability to kind of pick and choose. I want to spend most of my time in sales management. That's great. I want to spend most of my time in enterprise sales because that's where I came from. But those choices are yours. Look, why are people looking at Sandler? Boils down to a couple reasons. Yes, we've got the highest rated, satisfaction rating in the franchise world. Yes, we've won tons of awards for best sales training, best management training, but it really is a personal decision. People come to us because they're sick and tired of traveling. They're sick and tired of missing their kids' events, and they don't want to continue to do that. They're sick and tired of making a huge contribution to the company, but not necessarily seeing the financial rewards. Or the biggest one is they don't have control of their future. Even though you may be a rock star, the fact of the matter is you could get that email or that phone call that says, we appreciate everything that you've done, but we have to let you go. And those are the reasons why people look at Sandler, because they want to control their own destiny. They want to make their own decisions based on their and their family's future. So if this sounds like you, why don't you give us a call at 410-559-2033 or email us at franchising@sandler.com. Either way, I'm looking for the opportunity to have this become your last career stop.